me and my husband are, well, let me restart. I have been playing Magic recently. I just got into it because of my husband, who has been playing it for a really long time. And so I wanted to show you my deck, and I thought it would be like a really easy video to do, and I figured it'd be really tingly too, because like, listen to this, listen. Is that not just the best sound? Especially, listen. Anyways, so yeah, do you want to like look at my cards with me real fast? This video was kind of inspired by, oh, is it Moonlight or Cottage? It's she has the best videos ever, but I'll put the link down below of the video. She's like examining tarot cards. She does the most in-depth videos, and she has the cutest French accent. She's this beautiful lady. The first video I saw of hers was like she was going through her bag, but it was in the 1700s, and she was a French maid, or like a French noblewoman. It was beautiful. Anyways, so I'm gonna be going over my magic cards. Not anywhere near in depth as she did, but anyways. This is my deck box. I actually have 2 decks, and I am making a couple more, but I have 2 completely finished decks. They are both fairy decks, and if you play Magic, you kind of know what that means. If not, it just means like kind of trickstery, like think fairies, but like spells. And so this is my, let's see, hold on, let's look. This is my, what deck is this? Oh, somebody gave me cards. So we've been going to this card shop. And okay, so this is my first fairy deck. We've been going to the card shop. Let me finish the sentence. We've been going to this card shop, and there's this person there who is so sweet, and they always give me or my husband cards. And last time we went in, they gave us 2 cards. Gave me 2 cards. So I'm gonna put my deck on the table. Sorry about that. Okay, so the 2 cards that they gave me is this foil. Okay, so this is Magic. This is the back of the card. Apparently, this hasn't changed since the game came out, is what my husband told me. And like, some people hate that, but I kind of like it. It's vintage, it looks very cool. So this is these two cost. It costs 1 generic mana and 1 swamp mana or black mana. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. So very specific card. I was going to put it in my deck. This deck actually. And you'll beautiful.